Dito na ang puri natin, alam ng bayan, party list, serbisyo, sa inyo lamang. Kampanyang yayanig sa bawat nilalang, magigising ng mga taong nakapiling. Tayo'y babangon na, kaya natin to. Tayo'y isang boses sa bayang maglo. Sa hangin, tumindigan magsilbi, alam na bayan, party list. Hangin na bayan, serbisyo nyo lang. Alam na bayan, party list. Oh, oh, oh. Hey!
Pagbati Ginoong Karitan mula sa pangkat 3. Narito kami upang
iulat
at ibahagi ang aming kaalaman ukol sa
nasyonalismo.
una, aking ipapakilala ang mga sikat na nationalists sa Pilipinas. Isa sa pinakakilalang nationalist mula sa Pilipinas ay si Dr. Jose Rizal. He was born on June 19, 1861 in Calamba, Laguna, Philippines. He was executed on December 30, 1896 at the age of 35 for his role in advocating for reforms against Spanish colonial period. He was a polyglot who studied medicine in Manila before completing his degree in Spain in 1882. He pushed for reforms like equal treatment for the Filipinos and greater political representation, aiming to liberate the Philippines from Spanish oppression. Now let's move on to Gabriela Silang. Gabriela Silang was born on March 19, 1731 in Ilocos Sur. Captured after an attack on Vigan, she was publicly hanged at 32. Gabriela became a symbol of courage and leadership and is remembered as a pioneer Filipino female hero in the Philippines struggle for independence. Now let's talk about Andres Bonifacio. He was born on November 30, 1863 in Tondo, Manila, Philippines. He died on May 10, 1897 in Maragondon, Cavite, where he was executed after being sentenced to death by the rival faction led by Emilio Aguinaldo. He was a Filipino leader who founded the Katipunan, a group that sought independence from Spain rule. Despite his lack of formal education, he became a key figure in the 1896 revolt about Spain. Now let's talk about the last female nationalist here in our list, which is Melchora Aquino. She was also known as Tandang Sora. Was born on January 6, 1812 in Caloocan. She passed away on March 2, 1919 at the age of 107. At 84, she joined the Philippine Revolution, supporting Andres Bonifacio and the Katipunan by hosting meetings, cooking for rebels, and caring for the wounded. Now, let's talk about the last nationalist in our list, which is Graciano Lopez Saina. Graciano Lopez Saina was born on December 18, 1856 in Jaro, Iloilo. He died of tuberculosis in Barcelona on January 20, 1896, just before the death of his fellow reformist. Graciano Lopez Saina was a Filipino journalist, orator, and a nationalist. Now, let's move on to the platform of the nationalists.
Now, let's talk about the 10 platforms of the nationalist. First platform, engaging citizens in sovereignty efforts. These programs aim at defending the nation. Media campaigns to educate citizens on sovereignty-related matters, reporting suspicious activities near borders or coast. The next platform is strengthen cultural independence. Promote the national language and education, media, and official government communications. Support policies that encourage the use and preservation of local traditions, arts, and cultural practices. Our third platform, support local industry. Provide incentives such as tax breaks, grants, and subsidies for local manufacturers and entrepreneurs. Prioritize small and medium-sized businesses to reduce reliance on foreign corporations. For the fourth platform, community service and volunteerism. encourage ROTC cadets to participate in community service projects that supports national and local initiatives. This will foster a sense of national unity and help build stronger communities. For our fifth platform, enhancing cybersecurity sovereignty, implement strict regulations on foreign companies handling citizen data to maintain privacy and control. For our sixth platform, labor market sovereignty, create job opportunities through national industries, reducing dependence on foreign labor or outscoring. This includes investing in skills, development, and vocational training for local workers. For our seventh platform, securing national borders, promoting strong borders enforcement to prevent illegal immigration and protect national security, often with a focus on keeping the country safe from external threats. For the eighth platform, preservation of natural culture and identity, strengthen programs that celebrate and preserve national heritage, languages, and tradition, support cultural exchange initiatives that highlight the nation's identity while fostering mutual respect with other countries. Our second to the last platform, environmental protection and sustainable development, oppose the exploitation of natural resources by foreign corporations, promote policies that ensure sustainable and environmentally friendly economic growth. Our last platform, healthcare for citizens first, prioritize healthcare for citizens and taxpayers, ensuring accessible high-quality service for nationals, prevent the diversion of resources to non-citizens or immigrants, focusing on the health and well-being of the national population. And that's all for our platforms. Back to you, Jeremy.
Now, let me introduce you to the achievements of the nationalists on our list. First, Jose Rizal. He played a key role in the Philippines' fight for freedom by exposing Spanish corruption in his novels Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo. He advocated for political reforms, education, and self-reliance to the propaganda movement. His execution in 1896 turned him into a martyr and a symbol of resistance for Philippine independence. Next on our list is Gabriela Silang. She became one of the first women to command a military force in Philippine history, demonstrating exceptional bravery and strategic leadership. Though captured and executed in 1763, her contribution to fight for the independence and her legacy as a symbol of courage and nationalist continue to inspire. Third on our list is Andres Bonifacio. He is the founder of the Katipunan, a group that sought independence from Spanish rule, played a crucial role in the Philippine fight for independence by uniting Filipinos against Spanish rule. Executed in 1897, Bonifacio's legacy as the father of the Philippine Revolution remains significant. Fourth on our list is Melchora Aquino, known as the mother of the Philippine Revolution. Her nationalism and resilience endured despite her age. Her imprisonment and exile to Guam by the Spanish highlighted her sacrifices, giving her as a symbol of sacrifices, courage, and dedication to the Philippine independence. Last on our list is Graciano Lopez Taina. He was a key figure in the Philippine nationalist movement, advocating for reforms through his writing and as the founder of La Solidaridad. Despite exile and health issues, Lopez Taina remained dedicated to the Filipino independence, influencing future generations.
Now that we have shown you the background of our nationalists and our platforms,
I hope you consider to vote our party list in the upcoming election. Vote wisely!